We very rarely go swimming naked. In fact, keeping that vision of our old bodies very private has been quite a focus for the last few years. So I've got to say, it's taking a big challenge to get our gear off out there in public. But to be honest, I don't think there's any better reason to do it than the Sydney Skinny supporting Cure Brain Cancer.
Well, I'm 53 years old. I have a wife and 5 children. All their names begin with A. I've got Annabelle, Ash, Alexander, Ava and Alfred, range between 23 and 10 years old. Yeah. They told me I had a meningioma and there was nothing to worry about. Subsequently had it cut out by Charlie Teo. Good on you, Charlie. A week later he came back to me to tell me it was a thing called adenoid cystic carcinoma of the lacrimal gland, which is located right above the eye here. So Charlie had chopped that out. I then was very fortunate, I went to Harvard Medical School at Massachusetts General Hospital, and they advised me that the tumour had returned and would spread outside the original zone or tumour bed. I also had metastases in the form of a leptomeningeal metastases, which now covers, I believe, 2/3 of either side of my brain. I've got another lump about the size of a large marble between the two sides of the brain at the back somewhere, and something going on at the bottom of the top of the spine where the spine meets the brain.
I obviously haven't experienced other diseases, but brain cancer has had an incredibly appalling effect on our family. It's not just about the financial cost, and it is the most expensive disease on record. It's also about the emotional cost. It's really tough when you get to New Year's resolutions and you're working together on what you're going to do for the following year, but it's a hard conversation when you don't know, if the whole family's going to be there at the end of the year. My husband's had years of being told he has, a finite lifespan, and it's a really difficult thing. It has a knock-on effect through the whole family, and it's appalling. If there's one disease that needs a bit more focus, it's brain cancer. And I guess the biggest issue is that if you're diagnosed with brain cancer today, your outlook is not much better than it was 30 years ago. And it's the only cancer that hasn't had any progress in that time, and that's just not acceptable. So really it's time that an organisation like Cure Brain Cancer really ups the ante, and getting lots of people to turn up and strip off for a good cause is probably a great way to start. Every little bit counts, and I have to say it feels really good to be making a contribution. The Sydney Skinny is going to be a great event, and anyone can come along and join in.
Yeah, a little personal message to all of you folks at the Cure Brain Cancer Foundation. I just want to say a heartfelt thank you, and I truly believe that your contribution will find a cure, and thank you very much.